People, Deluded, I'm back again. Now at 2 p.m. English time on Sunday, it will be Arsenal versus Sheffield United. And it's a big test. It's been a big week for us. We've had 3 games. We've won 1 and lost 1. Can we end it with a positive ratio? The Liverpool game has been and gone now. It's Arteta's first defeat against Jurgen Klopp. It was Arsenal's first big test in an away game, and we failed to pass that hurdle. We did well in the cup to defeat them on penalties. We know the club did. Both teams changed teams, and there was a lot of differences. But we need to move forward. Now we play a tough Sheffield United team. It's 5th versus 19th. I don't actually think Sheffield United have chalked up points on the board. It's been a tough start to the season for Chris Wilder's men, but never underestimate them. They took 4 points off us last season. This is where I'm looking at. If we're these Arsenal players, where you went wrong last season, if you've got it on the board, this is a game you drop points in. You lost this game, at Sheffield. That one there, we couldn't deal with the 12th man. We dropped points at the Emirates. They took 4 points off you. Make sure you go and take 6 points off them. Like I said, I don't think they've got a win on the board this season, and they sit in 19th and we sit in 5th. How many times have you seen us, like when we lost to Brighton after the restart, players that might have not scored for 10 games, teams that haven't put ain't chalked up points or anything positive on the board, they play Arsenal, and that's the turning point. Don't let this happen. Don't let Arsenal be the team Chris Wilder is sitting there and saying in the week, I'm not being funny, lads. You took 4 points off them last season. They're Arsenal. They're not the Arsenal they used to be. Our season starts now. Don't let him rally the troops for this game. Don't let him say the season starts now, because you type in on Google, the Sheffield United players are very bullish. They're coming for a fight. They're coming to try and win. They're going to make this tough for us. Whether they've been the Sheffield or started the season slowly or been the Sheffield of last season, they're a good side. Chris Wilder, lovely bit the way they're playing. They fight for each other. They're switched on defensively. They work hard. They have got quality going forward and passing the ball together. Why they haven't got a winning run on the board, you have to be honest. They've probably been poor. You have to ask the Sheffield United fan or the players. And I think VAR has gone against them as well. But they're still a difficult team, and they're going to be angry and feel hard done by, and they're going to want to come and slaughter Arsenal. They're going to want to come and put more misery. Now both teams, obviously in their last Premier League fixtures, didn't have much success. We failed on Monday. Get back to winning ways. Well, like I said, it's from now, the focus is firmly making it until December. Mathematically still among the pack of top 4. There's still going to be question marks. We need to prove we can go to away games and win. Top 6 and win. Not draw stupid points. Draw stupid games. Not lose points for winning positions. And these are the games. Was we not ahead against Sheffield United at the Emirates? I could be wrong. Before they scored, I could be wrong. We were never in it at their ground. This is a game you have to perform in. Form goes out the window. They're going to up the ante. Many people probably expect them to keep their losing run going. So we're going to need to fix up, people. We're going to need it. There's too much talking. If you want top 4, go and do it. Simple as. In relation to some statistics, Arsenal's last victory over Sheffield United in the Premier League was back in 2006. We are winless in our 3 meetings in the competition since, losing 2 and drawing 1. Our only goal in this run came in the 1-1 draw at the Emirates that I've been referring to. Sheffield United are looking to go 4 consecutive top flight games without defeat against Arsenal for the first time since March 1965. At home, Arsenal are unbeaten in the last 10 league meetings with Sheffield United since our 1-0 loss in 1971. We've drawn 2 and won 8. So again, don't let them come and get points on the board. Sheffield United are unbeaten in their last 9 games in the capital, winning 4, drawing 5. The Blades' longest run without defeat in the capital. After losing all 3 of their home league games in December 2019, Arsenal are now on an unbeaten run in their last 10 games at the Emirates, drawing 2 and winning 8. Arsenal have only failed to score in 3 of those 72 home games, with all of those coming against Man City. And that's a point I forgot to mention as well, people. When it comes to big games, especially in London, Sheffield United are up for it. Did they not go and spoil Chelsea's party in the same way they spoiled ours? And I'm sure they put in a performance against Spurs as well. So they're up for it against Arsenal, they're up for it against Chelsea, they're up for it against Spurs, and they've got a target on their back. When you started the season poorly, you want to prove to your manager that you deserve to play. Some players are going to curl in the ball, some men are going to fight. What I'm scared of and what I don't want to happen is that they're sitting there and saying our season starts now. Look how many teams and players have got their season back on track after playing Arsenal. This doesn't happen, people. You need to get back to winning ways. The Liverpool game on Monday, it's gone, it's irrelevant. We lost. We take what we need to take from that to get better. better, you know, because there were some incidences. We don't need to go over it again, and we move. The cup game, different contexts, but there are some positives. It's gone, it's happened, we forget about it. The only game that matters now is Sheffield United. You know, we did have one eye on it with the 2 games in hand. You know, we've got 3 games in a week today. Well, this week. We need to get used to it. The games are coming thick and fast. Every member of that squad needs to stand up to be counted, people. You know, like Leno, man, I loved. I know I don't want to talk about what happened on the week, but it was lovely to see Leno have a good performance against Liverpool, and you could see it meant a lot to him on Instagram, and you could see it meant a lot to Sky Sports when he said, "I never feared it." When asked if there had been a moment when he thought he might lose his spot at Arsenal, he said, "The club always gave me the feeling that I was number one. I am number one, and I'll be the number one. That was always very good from the club. My job is to prove it every week, and I think I've done it again." Big up Leno, big up Rob Holding as well, because whatever you say about him, in his last 6 games he's played 90 minutes. I could be wrong, but I'm sure he's one of the only players to do such. So that shows he's got faith in him. We're going to have a big test, you know. Sheffield United are on it. You saw what they did against Spurs. You've seen them play well against Chelsea. They're on it. They're a good, well-engined unit. They're difficult to break down. We need complete bravery. We need to be switched on from the start. I guess with that being said, the only thing I have left for you guys is the lineup. I would like to go 4-3-3, but I'm going to go with 3 at the back. I'm going to go with Leno in goal. My back 3 is going to be Rob Holding, David Luiz, and Gabriel. At right back, I'm going with Maitland-Niles. I don't think Bellerin was good against Liverpool, but he probably will play. Cedric Suarez did alright in the cup, but I'd personally go with Maitland-Niles. At left back, obviously Kieran Tierney. Our midfield pivot, I'd go Xhaka and Ceballos. And then up front, personally, I'm going Aubameyang on the left, Lacazette, whatever you say. I know he missed a sitter in the last Premier League game, but he's got 3 and 3. He starts. Right wing is where it's debatable, because Pepe started his first 2 starts this season. Sorry, have been in the League Cup. Don't think he's seized his opportunity of such. For me, I'm not too sure. Bukayo Saka, he had a little calf strain or hamstring issue. I hope it's not a problem. No, there's been no news out of Arsenal that it is, and you know, considering he's been called up for England, you're hoping he gets through the weekend without any issues. He's someone that probably should play. You know, William was superb against Fulham. He was iffy in the game after that against West Ham. You know, you can't flip-flop on players. Arteta retained faith and he kept him playing against Liverpool. He was anonymous. I don't think he deserves to start against Sheffield United, but I think he will. So me personally, I'd give it to Bukayo Saka. You know, he's the only player in the opportunities in comparison to all 3. I've seen consistency across all of them. So I go with Bukayo Saka, really and truly, people, if that's the formation. So like I said, Leno in goal, back 3 of David Luiz, Rob Holding and Gabriel. Tierney at left back, right back Maitland-Niles, Xhaka and Ceballos in the midfield, and then my front 3, Saka on the right, Aubameyang on the left, and obviously you've got Lacazette, who's in a bit of a purple patch, 3 and 3 through the middle. That would be my lineup. Obviously I would like 4-2-3-1, like 4-3-3 and whatnot, but I don't see it happening. I see William starting, and William will get all my support. William's going to have an important role, you know. Players are going to have bad games and good games and runs of form. There's only a couple of players I hand in my heart expect, and whether it's right or wrong, I'm not saying there shouldn't be a baseline of performance, but I expect a lot of hot and coldness. Like, you've got players at our club, they go through good bouts of form. You know, Holding's a decent player, but you know, you can't bet your life that he's going to do this sort of thing. You know, he goes through good bouts of form. Mustafi did the same. Luiz did the same. Bellerin's done the same. Xhaka's done the same. You know, El Nene's not involved, but the same. Do you get it? Lacazette right now, there isn't too many players that, like, I can put my faith on. You know, rain, sunshine, whatever. There's a baseline of performance. I believe you can with Aubameyang. I believe young Martinelli and Saka have shown me that. I think Tierney, I know there's question marks from people, myself included, in relation to Leno's, you know, shot stopping is not a problem, but you know, there's the way he collects, he doesn't really breed calmness. Sometimes he saves shots into silly areas, but 9 times out of 10, without all of that, Leno does his job more time. Leno makes an occasional error, but I can't ask more from Leno more time, people, if that makes sense. So they're the only handful of players I expect over 38 games to really only, if that, play bad for 5 of them. And I know that might be an exaggeration. And the rest of the squad need to get to that level. We need to forget about the Liverpool game. We need to move forward. You know, forget the fact that Sheffield United haven't got a point this season. And let me actually make sure that's right. Yeah, they ain't got a point this season. They've played 3. They've got no points. Their goal difference is -4. If we physically go and look at their games, they lost to Villa, I'm sure. They lost to Wolves, I'm sure. I could be wrong. Sheffield United. Results. Before I let you lot get out of here, people. They lost 1-0 to Leeds, obviously, last week with Bamford scoring. They lost 1-0. VAR did them dirty with a sending off, if I remember rightly. They lost 1-0 to Aston Villa. They lost on penalties as well in the EFL Cup. And they also lost in thingy. They also lost, like I said, to Wolves 2-0, which I was sure. So they ain't got a point in any. They ain't won any competitions. So there's a lot of pressure on them people, and they're gonna have to go and do something. And to be fair with you, they've got players. They've really got players. Like, and it's typical, you know. They performed above expectations last year. Maybe it's a bit of a bounce because even towards the end of last season, their form did drop off a bit. But form goes out the window. Their form goes out the window. Definitely when the team is playing poorly and playing Arsenal, it goes out the window. So we need to respect the opposition. I want to see again, the context is different, but what I didn't see against Liverpool was belief that you could win a football match and a fast start. We're at home. I know there's no fans, but can we set levels early? You know. They're a well-engined unit. They're a well-good coached defensive side, regardless of what statistics might currently say. But considering, you know, there's probably question marks and self-doubts within these teams, can we start early? Can we get in between the spaces of the centre-half and the full-backs, have them arguing with each other, have a bad-man on the front foot? Can we get an early game? Dare I say, you know, can we, if we are on top, can we kill this game in the first half, you know? Not go into half-time where it gets a bit dodgy. For me, I want to see a bit more attacking play. I want to see a bit more shots, because that's a problem that's been here since Unai Emery and has persisted under Arteta. So let's see what happens in that game. But in relation to the preview, this is all I have to speak on, people. So I'm going to get out of it. Hopefully on Sunday it'll be a more positive result. I don't think I'll be doing a watch-along, people. I think I'll be reviewing the game late. I've always put Arsenal ahead of my Sunday league team. But we've got a cup game and I'm the captain, and I don't think I can miss that. I wouldn't feel right. So it probably will be a delayed review on Sunday. But you know me, man. I'm always good for it. On that note, though, it's been lovely chatting to you lot for, 12 minutes or so. 12 minutes too long. You know me, I like a good talk about football. So I'm out, man. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much for the positivity you guys have been spreading over the last few days on my channel. I'm out.